And I touched all your things.
She looked the best when she looked.
I did, though. I did. My face was nice. I was tan. And I did pack on weight, but I packed on good weight.
So. You lived at the spa.
I did live in the spa.
Teeter's Recovery Resort.
I literally was in the hot tub every morning. I was in the tanning bed. I did whatever I fucking wanted. It was great.
She just couldn't leave.
It was like,
she was
well,
like
I was yeah.
Well,
I was literally in rehab. I was stuck.
Yeah.
Stuck in there. I was like, well, I'm going to use everything.
I mean, yeah. If you're going to be there, you might as well take advantage of it. I may have to go to Teeter's rehab.
She said I was.
I mean, not that I have an addiction. Well, I have some addictions, but I mean, that would be great.
Yeah.
Well,
like
alcohol
Nick
is not a
cooks,
good
too.
addiction to have. Yes, he does. Literally, I was so spoiled. So, because I couldn't leave. I couldn't go anywhere during the day. So Nick would make breakfast, and that's what I would get woke up to. He would have my plate and swing over to her. He's like, "Here, your breakfast is ready." Thank you. Breakfast in bed every day. That's great.
I'm moving in.
No one else is moving in.
No, nobody's moving in. Okay, well, I'll just come for an extended stay.
Good luck.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that.
If we have to stay best friends, we cannot live together
No.
unless we have a compound.
Yes.
That like has a connecting.
Right, we could do that, but we couldn't live in the same house. I don't live well with other women.
I don't live well with anyone.
Well,
Anyone.
I'm okay. Well, yeah, but I'm okay. I just don't do well with women. I don't know why. I guess I have 3 sons and 3 brothers.
Yeah.
So
she's a boy mom.
I am.
Like a total boy mom.
Yeah. Yeah. Like little girls, like they were fun to play with. But
Go home. Mm-hmm.
I just don't have that. That needy. I don't do well with needy.
Yeah.
And the crying, I don't do well with crying.
I don't either. I had one girl.
Yeah, but she doesn't really qualify as a girl, though.
She's not an
a
emotional
tomboy.
person.
She's a tomboy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're the only girl in the house. And I'm a tomboy, too. I mean, I like shiny things, but I'm still kind of a tomboy.
Over the top is what she tells me.
Yeah, she's my bougie bestie.
Okay.
My bougie bestie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very.
It's okay because you can borrow all the
Well,
bougie
yeah,
things.
but actually it kind of balances
Mm-hmm.
out. That's what we've talked about before.
Yeah.
It just kind of balances out because I let her have all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it about her, but I just am not that.
She's not that way.
Yeah.
I'm the extra, and she's just the extra.
Yeah. You might want to add another extra to yours.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm good. I'm okay with it. Like, I'm secure in my bouginess.
You are, and that's
You
what
own
I
it
love.
well. You do.
She does.
Yep.
I know.
I am like, I took out my extensions. I am getting those fucking things back.
I was waiting.
October-ish.
See, I think your hair's
But it's
cute
really
like that
long.
though. But you're just used to the.
I feel like I don't have any hair.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't have any hair, but
I know.
it's
I couldn't do it. See, I couldn't do it because it would drive me nuts. I could not have extensions because I would feel trapped. It would be like they
I
would
don't
be
think
in
I've
my
ever had extensions. I just grow my own.
your hair grows super fast.
Mm-hmm.
I've had my extensions in for over a year.
Well, it looks like crap today, but I did cut it and it was up here. I
Yeah.
got like 8 inches off of it.
My DNA does not.
She messed
grow.
it up.
My DNA does not grow good hair.
No. No, I have dad's hair.
Don't have it. I do not have it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, everybody.
Hi.
We are here.
We're back.
We're back. We're here with Chelsea. This is my sister. You have to speak up so people can hear you too.
Okay.
So you have to use your voice that I know you have.
Customer service voice.
Yeah.
Hi, how are
It doesn't have to be customer service voice because we all know customer service voices are just
Fake.
fake.
I probably have the realest one there is, though. I will say.
Yeah. I just know when I get home, I just don't want to
Oh, I don't want to talk
talk to anyone.
I don't either. That's what I hide in my bedroom and Greg gets mad. And he's got to do it too, so I think he understands more now. But and somebody's in my face the entire time. Like, I don't even take a lunch break.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody's in my face the entire time from the minute I get to work to the minute I leave.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad thing, guys. It's not a bad thing, clients. I love you in my face.
She loves you. She really does.
But I mean, I talk all day.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to be... I don't
Well, you have to be on.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to be on.
Yeah. And so... when I get home, I just want
I
to be
have
off.
a husband who talks nonstop. It doesn't matter how much he's talked all day. He continues to talk.
Nick does like to talk a lot. I mean, it doesn't bother me because I'm not with him all the time. The boys have said before, they're like, Nick has a story for everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
God,
And I'm like, I know, we love you, Nick. The boys love you too. That's not a bad thing. They're just saying Nick has a story for everything.
Just he's a fisherman.
I know.
That's all I can
The
say.
big fish story.
Yeah. Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, our podcast today is with Cheslea, and we're going to talk about her then and her now, and just kind of her backstory. I know last week we talked about kind of my story and a little on your story on domestic abuse and what that looks like to us and how it affected our lives and like where we have been
and where we are now.
Which our lives are much better now. I can honestly say that Chelsea's life is so much better now, and we're so proud of her. And
My life's better now.
I am proud of her, and I know other people are proud of her. But
I'm proud of her. Actually, this is the first time, believe it or not, that Cheslea and I have met.
Yes.
But I have heard part of your story, and I'm very proud of her
Yeah.
because the things that I've heard are really great.
Yeah.
Like, and I met your son, so like one of them. So, and he's perfect. So,
Yeah.
I mean, he's the cutest little thing.
Oh yeah.
He'll make you do anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The little smirk.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he just even when your mom was kind of like on him, he just still smiled. It was like he's just smiling through it.
Yep.
I was like, good attitude, buddy. That's the only way you're gonna get through.
Gosh. You have to with my mom. You just have to smile. We love her.
I love your mom.
Well, she loves you because she texts you more than she texts me.
Wow. She may not be wrong. She does like me. That's what I tell her. I'm like, your mom loves me.
She's like, your mom texted me today. And I'm like,
Yeah,
great.
I was like,
Do you text her back? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I don't even get a text.
I don't know, but she texted me and I was like, hey, there's something going on with one of your nephews when she had to take him to the doctor because she had to change her appointment. There's something
She
she
texted
was like,
me, and I was like, what?
she was like, I don't even know about it. I was like, yeah, she's taking the doctor because this, and she was like, okay.
Right.
So I text mom. I'm like, and she was like, yeah, well, and I'm like, really? You text your nail girl, but you can't text your daughter.
Well, she probably knew that it was going to get back to you anyway.
Mom, text me.
Just keep texting me, Dawn.
That's fine.
Mama Dawn, you know I love you. Just keep texting me. Fawn's just jealous.
That's it.
That's what it is.
That's it.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to go through some questions that we're just going to ask Cheslea. It's just going to kind of give her a little leadway into telling her story, and then we'll just kind of improv off of each question and just tell it how it is. Don't hold
And
anything
you tell
back.
as much or as little as you want. This is your show. This is on you.
It's all you. It's about you.
It's all about
Always.
you.
Always.
It's not
Okay.
always about you.
Well, you see her shirt.
Mm,
Not bossy.
It's
Aggressively helpful.
yes.
It's definitely her.
I feel like I need one of those too.
Right? I don't remember where I got it, but I love it.
I like it.
All right, here we are, Cheslea.
Okay.
Then and now.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I'm not going to read word for word, but you'll get the gist. So, where were you at in your life when you started using? What was happening with you? And actually, let's start this. What was your drug of choice to begin with? They always say there's a gateway. Is there a gateway?
So I was thinking about that on the way here. When I went through all of my classes, because I did a lot of rehab classes and aftercare classes, when you go through that and you start digging deeper into all of the issues that started, at first I was like, oh, it started on this date. This is when I first did meth, like that's where everything happened. But when I look back deeper, I'm like, oh, okay, no. That was the start of the downfall, but I was an alcoholic before that. I drank every day, and I would drink to excess, to extreme, to where I was completely blackout drunk by the time it was time to go to bed.
So were you numbing? Is that what you think? Numbing?
Yeah. I think that has a big thing to do with it. And then, you know, even before alcohol, I did a lot of pain pills, a lot of opiates, daily, a lot. So, and even before that, when I actually started digging down deeper, like, emotions are something I have always ran from, whether it be the little things or like the big heavy stress.
It's a family trait.
We run. We are runners.
We are like pile it, deep it, bury it.
Yes.
Let's not talk about it.
Yeah.
You do that.
Yeah, I do that too. Yeah.
I mean, and I still do that. Like, if things are bothering me, I just don't talk about it. We suppress. Very much so. But even before that, like, if I actually look at it, I mean, food was a big one for me growing up. I used food to comfort my emotions. And then you find other things that make those feelings go away.
At what age do you think this all started? I mean, not like just the food, but I'm talking like the alcohol and the drugs and.
I would say drugs were probably teenager.
Okay. So like 15, 16?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. 15, 16, I drank a lot. I smoked. I did a lot of pills, and it just kind of carried from there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't so much blame that on like peer pressure or anything like that, because yes, all my friends did it, but I was doing it for my own reasons too. So yeah, I think that's probably the root of it, where everything started. As for the big heavy stuff, as I got older, I had kids. The drinking was probably the worst part when I was a stay-at-home mom. So I've worked since I was 16, and always had a full-time job. So when I had my oldest, Preston, I went back to work after about 6 months, and I've always had a steady job. I'm not a job hopper. So I had him, and when I lost that job, it kind of like trickled down from there. When I lost that job, I lost my house. Me and Preston had our own house together. And his dad was kind of in and out at that point, because he has always struggled with addiction too.
Mm-hmm.
So that happened. I got pregnant with Mason, and I just became I was like a hermit. I lived, you know.
So you took care of your kids and just numbed yourself while you were
completely. Yeah. I would say, if you would have asked me back then, like, who I am, I wouldn't have been able to tell you. I'm a mom. That was usually my answer. I didn't have anything that I really did for me. I didn't hang out with friends. I didn't communicate with the outside world. Even my sister, like, there were probably close to a year in between the times that she would talk to me, unless she reached out. Because I just consumed my life with them and their dad. Like, anything going on with them, that's what I did. So alcohol and pills are definitely
what started.
When it came to meth, the first time I did that, it was, you know, kind of that last stitch of trying to hold my family together. Like I said, the kids' dad has always been struggling in addiction. And I knew that he was using, but I hadn't caught him, because, you know, when you ask an addict, like, are you getting high? No? Why would you even say that?
What's
Like,
wrong with you?
right,
They
you're
deflect.
the problem. Yes,
They deflect.
absolutely.
I was told, mind your own fucking business.
I did.
Oh.
I think I did it in a video too. Like, I actually sent it so you could see my face. Yeah. I was an
Bitch,
asshole.
I know.
Oh yeah, you could clearly tell. You could clearly tell there was no hiding it. I'm like, I'm fine. Yeah.
I'm good. My teeth are falling out.
No,
Right
she
now.
never-
I never
You
lost any of my
teeth.
teeth.
Her
Yeah.
teeth were always
These are mine.
Yeah. No, but I mean most, yeah.
No.
And that's usually the first sign. I mean, like your
Mine was not.
weight loss face.
Mine was
Mine
definitely
was the
the
weight
weight loss.
Uh-huh.
Because I weighed 250. I was a big girl. I'm getting there again, but I was
You
a
look
bigger
great.
girl. And I dropped down to, I think, when I came to live with you, I weighed 138.
If.
I think.
If.
It was after I ate a few meals.
So
Yeah.
wet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very tall. I'm big boned. Like
She was skin and bones.
I
When
looked
I
like
got
I was
her.
dying. So
Like, when I got her,
Yeah.
she
When
was
when I got her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
when I
that's
got her.
usually how it is.
Yeah.
yeah, it was bad. So, I mean, losing the first initial jump in weight was the first year.
Mm-hmm.
It was drastic.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, lost my train of thought. So
No,
And you
you're
get the
right.
questions of how are you losing weight? Did that come?
oh yeah,
No, I knew.
you knew.
Well,
but
I
other
mean,
people
other
were asking me,
people.
and I was like, oh, it's just stress,
Yeah.
Which it was a whole lot of something, but
Yeah.
I think that was the biggest thing. I didn't lose my teeth. I didn't.
Yeah.
And I always looked really cute, like I did my hair, my makeup, but what else did I have to do? Because I was up for weeks at a time. So.
Yeah, and that plays on you hard.
Yes,
too.
it does.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What did you like about using and why?
Good question. I would say the biggest thing is using. Let's talk about the hard stuff because
Yeah.
that's the part that
Yeah.
it numbs everything for one, but you get huge spikes of dopamine, so you're super happy. Even in the worst situations, I was actually able to laugh. And I know that seems stupid to think about, but when I look back at where my life was, I had nothing. I was miserable. I had lost everything. There were so many things going on. There was no happiness, so the only happiness I got was those dopamine spikes where I was just like, I don't give a shit.
Right.
And you
And
can
even
just
your
laugh at the
children. You even lost your children at some point, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. When it came to losing my kids, I knew they didn't forcefully take my kids, because I know that's kind of like the picture that is
No.
painted for most people.
No,
That's not what happened.
No.
When it came to my kids, I was drowning, and I knew, they'd been my whole life since the day they were born. I've always put them first.
A fly. There's a fly in here
Go
that has
crazy.
all this space that wants to hang around us.
Yeah.
So when I couldn't give them everything anymore, I was losing my house. I didn't even have a car. I knew that I couldn't take care of them.
Mhm.
I took them to my mom and dad's, and I dropped them off, and I left. So I willingly gave my
Gave
kids
your kids up.
gave my kids up.
Which
It's
is the right
honorable.
thing to do.
Yeah.
Yes, because a lot of people wouldn't do that. They wouldn't. If you're in that state, I don't think you think about that. So you actually put even though that you were really messed up, you put your kids first.
In a way, yeah.
I think in a living situation, you
Yes.
did.
Uh-huh.
I did.
At that point.
At that
Yeah.
point.
And I think, this was just for me when I was, looking in, because I'm close to this situation. So, for me, it was you did kind of surrender them over.
Mm-hmm.
But in the aspect of it, you kind of held it over our heads that, we had your kids.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously that was, that was the drugs talking. That
Right.
was all of that.
Well, that was trying to justify
Right.
what I was doing.
Yeah.
Because instead of, what I should have done is I should have brought my children to mom and dad and said, hey, here, take them so I can get my mind right, and I could go to rehab, and I could go and do the things I needed to do. But instead, I dropped them off and was like, I can't fucking do this. Yeah. Take them.
And you continued on your...
And then I just got worse afterwards, because then I was still at that point where I didn't know who the hell I was. And I didn't... The mindset I was in, it was, I don't want to be here. Everybody else is better off without me. Mm-hmm. My kids are better off without me. I think that was the biggest thing. Where the fucking go?
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
But I think that was the part that I couldn't let go of, and what kept me from going and getting the help.
Mm-hmm. See, here I go. I'm a sympathy crier, so
it was a lot.
Yeah.
Even when it came to the point of like, okay, I'm going, I still didn't believe that it was what I needed to do. Like, does that make sense?
So yeah,
did you?
I mean, you saw my face, then I said the things to you. Yeah,
and I think like from like being in it, like in that situation, it wasn't. And let's just track back a little bit, because it wasn't just like you needed to escape from like your own self. You were literally escaping from other things. You were escaping from your ex. You were escaping from the situations that were happening in the home. Mm-hmm. You were, there was abuse. There were like outrages. There were lots of things happening like in that relationship that I think if you wouldn't have been in that relationship, and correct me if I'm wrong, if you wouldn't have been in that relationship and these things were happening, the abuse, the extracurricular activities, the other people involved in that situation, I don't think you would have went extreme as you did.
Agreed. Yeah, I definitely don't. If I wouldn't have been dealing with all of the other things, first of all, I probably would never ever touched it.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have been to the point where I was drinking as much as I was. But being so secluded in the home, and that's the only outside you have is that one person who comes in and out. Because, at one point, I homeschooled the kids. So I had them home with me 24/7, and I didn't get a break. I think there was one time, and this is before I started doing any of that, it was 36 days that I was in that house without leaving. Without leaving at all.
But he wouldn't let you leave.
But I didn't. No, he went. He had the vehicle. Mine was broke, and mine stayed broke, always. So yeah, I had no interaction outside of him and the kids.
It was a control thing.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah. So he would bring the drugs home, and you would wait for him, and then he had it, and he knew you wanted it, so that was another way to control you.
Yeah. And that's why I'm saying, like, I don't think that you would have, not that you wouldn't have chose what you chose, but I'm saying I don't think it would have been the extreme if those situations weren't happening. There was a lot of abuse. There was a lot of controlling, a lot of outside factors that came into the house that obviously you weren't in control of, because he was controlling the situation. Yeah. So why did you, like, obviously I know what you did, but what did you, in terms of, like, the drugs, like, you chose meth. Meth was, like, your main thing that you went, like, to. Was it because it was, like, more available to you, or it was something that gave you that high that other drugs didn't give you?
So,
like, explaining to a person
who didn't, yeah.
Yeah.
So, alcohol makes you sleepy, right? Opiates, you have a really high point, and then, and then you come down and you go to sleep. I like the high. I want to move. The reason I did opiates for as long as I did was because it would give me energy. I would clean my whole house, deep clean it, and then I would get drunk. and then I would go to sleep.
But you'd be in a clean house.
But my house was clean.
Right.
My kids were, and and I could function. I felt like I had energy to function. I think depression played a big role in that too, with just not wanting to get out of bed.
Yeah.
So having things that I could make me get out of bed would work. So when it came to meth, yeah, it was definitely the energy.
Yeah.
When I first started using, I mean, my house had never been so clean ever. We had 4 kids in there all the time. It was crazy. It was spotless.
Mm-hmm.
For the first time ever, like, spotless. So that's what I liked.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, being such a heavy set person, that was a big thing too, is I got to look better. I felt better.
Mm-hmm.
So when I looked in the mirror, I wasn't totally disgusted with myself because I'd lost so much weight. So those things played a big role into it too.
Yeah.
There towards the end, on why it was so hard for me to let go of it, is because once that numbing is gone, you know, even when you're using and you're coming down just for a few days, when you don't have anything, all of those emotions that you have suppressed come back 10,000 times more intense
Mm-hmm.
than what they were to begin with.
So then that just makes you want to.
Just makes you push it that much further.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I mean, that would... In the moment, you're thinking you're doing great things, and you're really just spinning your wheels.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Something I used to say all the time is like, you got one foot nailed to the ground and you're just going so fast. You're doing all the things, but
Right.
you're not fucking moving.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what was happening.
Yeah.
Definitely was
I
what
know.
was happening.
Yeah. I think that we've covered that, basically.
Oh, yeah.
So,
What do you think the turning point was for you that led you for your decision to get help?
your relentless sister.
Yeah. So.
She can be relentless too.
Oh, don't I know? Don't I know? Wouldn't even let me smoke a cigarette. Came in there, woke me up. Yeah. So, do you want to talk about the first effort?
We can talk about it all, girl. Whatever you want to talk about. The first effort was not pretty.
No, it was not.
I don't think an effort is pretty, is it? There's no such thing as pretty.
It was bad. Like, let me set the scene. So I literally had just got back. Like, I hadn't even unpacked my vehicle from a vacation. And my brother calls me and he says, you have to come to mom and dad's. Dad's going to kill your sister.
Mm-hmm.
And I said...
Because he was...
I said, what? He said, no. You literally... I need you now. And my brother, our brother, is a big guy. He is not a very emotional person.
No.
We are not all... our family is not very emotional.
Mm.
I mean, I'm probably the most, emotional.
Yeah.
But, so I get there, and, it was just mass chaos.
Well, I was...
Hi.
So no, I was not high. I was coming down, and I just wanted to go to fucking sleep because I had been up for so many days. And I was out of shit, so I wanted to go to sleep. So I'm trying to go to sleep. I think I was sleeping, and when you're in that state, I really didn't know what the fuck was going on in the house. I knew I pissed everybody off. They were always mad at me, so I was just go to fuck bed. So I was in the bed, and the light flips on, and both of them, her and my brother, are standing there, and they just start going. I think I was trapped in that room for at least an hour and a half with both of them just talking, and they wouldn't stop talking.
It was love.
I know that it was love now, but then I was just like, y'all are being fucking stupid. I need you to go. I'm fine. I can do this. Like, just let me fucking sleep. And they wouldn't. Wouldn't even let me go outside to smoke a cigarette because I knew if I got outside, like
You're running.
I'm going. I am leaving. Pretty sure y'all hid my keys at that point. Did I have the car?
You had a car.
I had the Rango.
Yeah.
Yeah. Couldn't find my keys. Long story short. So it was a long, deep conversation. They said all the things that they needed to say and that were correct.
But you weren't
But
receptive at that moment.
Oh no.
You felt like you were being attacked.
I mean, it was like, yeah. So I finally agreed to go to rehab. At that point. So of course both of them took me in the car.
Which, by the way, let me show you. If you are trying to get into rehab and you're trying to get someone into rehab,
It's difficult.
it is the most difficult
And it should not be.
thing.
It is.
Like,
it's horrible.
As in the United States, we have to find a better system because it literally took us all night to find a place for her to go.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Unless you're rich and you can just drop $50,000, like I think we found one that was like $30,000. One was like $50,000. There was a retreat that she could go to that was like $100 and some thousand.
And I could have took the dog to that one.
Yeah, and that's the one she wanted to go to.
So you are a little bougie.
I am.
And,
Broke girl budget, but yes.
Right?
well, and she had this puppy, and I think she like latched.
sorry.
It was like an emotional support thing, so it was like she told us that we were like ripping her away from like.
Well, because at that point, like, I didn't have my kids.
Yeah. So it was
So,
the
like,
only
puppy-
thing.
That's the only thing
And I
that
was
needed
like,
me, you know?
And I'm like, you can't fucking take the dog. Like, the dog
and
is
I was like,
fine.
Mom's gonna be mean to it. Big deal.
The dog
Big
was
deal.
like the biggest hurdle, and I'm like, I'm gonna fucking shoot this dog. Like, that's how, like, where I was. Like,
I still have that dog, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, the dog is
Yeah.
still alive.
Siobhan
Yes.
did not shoot it.
I did not shoot the dog,
Yeah, I
but
still have the dog. He's
Nor would you
stupid.
ever. You're going to have PETA on us if you're not
the
careful.
dog
Right.
is stupid. The dog is a meth head
Listen,
dog.
he is a recovering addict. We did a lot of things. He's okay now.
His eyes go like this.
Few less brain cells,
Hello,
but it's okay.
He has no brain cells.
He's special.
He is very special. I will say, he's smart in his own way. Like, emotionally, he's smart. He's big and dopey, and literally. So yeah, he's fine. There's people peeking in the window.
Oh, hi, people.
Um,
So yeah, that was our first attempt. We did take her
mhm.
to rehab. So me and Christopher drove her to rehab. Like, she didn't get out of either one of our sites
Until I got in there.
until literally the day we took her into rehab. Which, by the way, was probably the shittiest rehab that we could probably get her in. But at that point, we were taking anything that, like, we could get.
Yeah.
I think you made it how many days?
I think I made it a week. I think. I know I made it almost, yeah, because, okay, so.
Wait, I feel like the story's changing.
I think I made it almost 7 days. Reason being, so you have your detox time.
Mm-hmm.
So, mind you, they wouldn't let you smoke cigarettes, which was my big thing. Like,
And let me remind everybody, like, she literally checked in on her own, like, accord
yeah, nobody
and will.
forced me to
So,
do it.
You could check out.
We couldn't keep her there.
Yeah.
Then I asked that question. I'm like, can she get out? And they were like, yeah, if she wants to get out. I'm like, no, like, she can't
Yeah,
get
no.
out.
Yeah.
Like, and they were like, ma'am, like,
We can't force.
we can't force for her. I'm like, well, she needs to be forcefully kept. And they were like, ma'am, unless it's court
Went
ordered.
through a situation, yeah.
Like, unless it's court ordered, she
Yeah.
cannot do this. And I was like, this is stupid.
Yeah. So
So we're at almost 7 days.
almost 7 days. I mean, at that point, I think so they're very structured in there. So, first of all, you want to sleep a lot, because I think at that point, like, I was still trying to go to sleep when they got there. So I'm exhausted. So I go in there, I want to go to sleep, and I my routine was like I would sleep for 3 days. And I've always been a very deep sleeper. So it looks like I'm in a coma. Mm-hmm. I'm dead to the world. Not there. No. No. 6 o'clock, bright and early, you're going to get up and eat fucking breakfast, whether you're hungry or not. That's, first of all, it was gross. But they wake you up, and then you have to go from breakfast. You have to be dressed and ready. I couldn't go in my jammies. I had to be completely dressed, ready for the day. You would go to breakfast, and then you would go to class, and you would sit for 2 hours. Listen, it would be like you are so hungover, like the worst hangover you've ever had, where you can't even keep your eyes open, mm-hmm. and then you have to sit in there and listen to somebody talk because you can't sleep in there.
Monotone talk.
And and you have to hear everybody's stories. So I think for like the first 3 days, I was just a zombie, because I would get up, I would do all the classes. You know, I think you had like 3 or 4 a day, which was a lot, and a lot of peopling. There's mm-hmm. a lot of people. So I think the 4th day I got up and I felt better. I was like, okay, I can actually see now. So, you know, I can actually see what's going on. So I did really good that day, and then, you know, I did meet this girl. She was, because one thing I never did was heroin. That scared the shit out of me, because I'd seen people overdose, and, mm-hmm. you know, I watched my ex-husband turn purple, and I thought he was dying. So, that always scared me. Well, I think it was my 4th day in there, girl came in, and she was on heroin really bad. She was falling asleep in her plate at breakfast and lunch, and she was a mess. She felt, and a lot of times what happens is when they fall asleep so hard, you know how like your legs sometimes falls mm-hmm. asleep if you sit a certain way, or your arm. So that happened to her, where she had laid with her arm under her, so her arm was completely numb, and she couldn't move it, so it looked like it was just dead. So actually I had to help her take a shower. I washed her hair, like I was being a nice person. And I helped do all that, and then I was like, okay. What was that? I think it was the day that I left. I called you first.
I was like, you're not getting out.
And all
I'm not coming to get you.
It was my oldest son's 10th birthday. Mm-hmm. So it was double digits. Like I said, your emotions are super heightened when everything goes away. Mm-hmm. And it's like a ton of bricks smacking you. So it was his 10th birthday. He's double digits, and I'm not there. So all I wanted to do was be there. And so I called, and I asked my sister, like, can you just come get me for a few hours? Like, you can check me back in. All I have to do is piss clean, and then they'll let me come back in. Like, it's not a big deal. No, you really need to stay there. Which, hindsight, probably would have been a good idea just to leave me there.
I did leave you there.
You did. No, you did. So I called her. She told me no. I was like, well, fuck you. So I called my brother, and I asked him, and of course he said the same thing. He was like, no, you just really need to stay there. Like, it's going to be okay. We're doing a surprise birthday party. Like, telling me all the things, and should have made me feel better.
But then you were missing out.
But then it was, in my mindset, it was like, oh, okay. So all of the emotions that I had previous about they're better off without me, like,
mm-hmm. It all came rushing back.
All of that.
Yeah.
So I got super upset, and I was just like, well, I'm done here. I'm done here. So I think I checked myself out. They put all my stuff in a trash bag. I didn't come with much. So all my stuff went in the trash bag. I think I had a backpack originally packed when we went there, so I shoved everything back in the backpack, and I charged my phone, because you're not allowed to have your phone in rehab. So I charged my phone, and the first person I called was the person I knew that would come and get me, and he did. Quickly. Came and got me. Well, I don't think he did, because he didn't have a car, so I think he bought my Uber, and my Uber picked me up and then took me back to
Where it all started.
Where I had been. My sister had actually like picked me up from a few times. I think it was right before that, wasn't it? From the gas station anyway.
Yeah, that's the last time Well, and then so we fast forward.
Yeah.
Our uncle passed away.
Yeah.
So in between this, she is MIA.
Yeah.
Didn't make it to the birthday party.
Yep.
MIA. Can't reach her. She's not answering her phone. No, the rehab cannot tell me. They're like
Anything.
She
She's
left.
Mm-hmm.
She's gone. And poor lady at the rehab, I'm really sorry, but I literally called her everything but a white woman because she let her leave. But knowing now, like I know she didn't have a choice.
Mm-hmm. She did keep telling me, because I kept telling her, I'm like, I'll just go for a little bit. I'll be back. She was like, you're not coming back. I'm like,
yeah,
no.
So our uncle had passed away. We were having a memorial
Mm-hmm.
for him, and my mom was like, "Hey, your sister wants to come. Can you go pick her up?" I'm like, well, where the hell is she? I just remember, and still to this day, and if I cry, I'm sorry, but still to this day, like picking her up from the gas station was one of the hardest visuals that I've ever had in my life, because it was like the shell of the person that I knew she wasn't there. She was totally gone.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got her in the car, and I just remember thinking, like, she's gonna die. And we went to this memorial. She got to see the boys. At that point, social services had gotten involved with the kids, so like she couldn't stay. Like she could see the kids, but she couldn't stay like in the house with the kids like overnight. Mm-hmm. So those things had escalated. So I just remember looking at my parents, and I was like, and she was like, well, I guess just take me back when it was all over. I guess just take me back to the gas station. And I just remember like looking at my parents, and I was like, if I take her back to the gas station, I'm never going to see my sister again. And so I called Nick and I said, I'm bringing my sister home. And he said, you absolutely are not bringing your sister here. And I said, I'm not asking, I'm telling you, like, if I drop her off at the gas station, she's going to die.
She did it.
She's going to die.
I've heard this part of the
And I just remember looking at my parents, and I was like, I can't do this to my parents. Like, if it was my kid, like, I would hope somebody would do that for them. Or for me as a parent. And for her kids. Like, that's where I was. So I was like, pack your shit, you're coming with me. And she was like, what? And I'm like,
no.
And she was like, no, I'm no. And I was like, I'm not taking you back to the gas station. Like, I can't. I was like, you'll die. Like, you'll die. So do you want to see your kids again, or do you just want to crawl in a hole and die? Like, you make that choice. Mm-hmm. And I said, I'm here to help. I'll do whatever I can, but like, this is like, I was like, I think I said, this is your final like option.
Yeah.
And so she came home with us, and obviously there were rules.
Well, even like making that decision to go, I remember setting, like, we were in the basement, mm-hmm. and I still, even after everything, I was still contemplating. I'm like, no, I don't really want to go. I don't really want to do any of this. So having that conversation, I mean, I had a conversation with you, and and I had a conversation. Can I say his name? Cody?
Yeah.
Okay. I had a conversation with Cody too, because he was like, no, he needed help too, but he was to the point he wanted help. And I did not. He was ready to get sober and get our life together, and I'm over here like, no, I don't want to.
You hadn't hit your final low.
Yeah.
They say everybody has a rock bottom, and sometimes it's death. So,
well,
what was your rock bottom?
I had a mission. I just didn't.
She wanted to die.
Yeah. I didn't want to like kill myself.
Right, but you didn't care if you woke up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, it's gonna happen, so we're gonna do it this way. Yeah. So I remember.
Yeah.
Like that initial thought when she was like, no, you're gonna end up dead, and I'm just like, yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
So after talking to both of them, and I was like, this is gonna fucking suck. I was like, this is gonna
I don't like the rules
suck.
already, and I'm not even there.
I was like, I already know I'm gonna be fucking trapped here. And she lives in the middle of nowhere, so I'm like, not even gonna be able to run away if I wanted to. So, yeah, I think it's obviously what saved my life, but getting there was very hard.
Yeah.
Very hard.
Well, I'm glad I could do that.
Yeah, I am too.
I never regretted a moment of it. There were times I wanted to kill you.
Oh, yeah.
Literally.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're very strong-willed. Very. Probably even more strong-willed than me, but I was fucking determined that I was going to be the stronger will. And God bless Nick, because he, like, I never give Nick a choice. Like, I ask, but I never, like...
Just to be polite.
Yeah.
Not because you really mean
yeah.
it.
Like...
Exactly.
Because it was very hard on our... It was very hard on our marriage. Like, it put a strain on our marriage, because I was like, it's my sister. Like, I can't... And, you know, and I got a lot of backlash. I got a lot of backlash from my children. I got a lot of backlash from... Not Nick in terms of, like, this is what we should do, but just, like this is a bad idea. Like, we're bringing this into our house, and
it changes the whole dynamic.
We are going to be, like, really, really involved, and it was just a lot that went with it.
Mm-hmm.
And it changed our lives, because, like, either he had to be home or I had to be home, because she couldn't at that point be trusted by herself.
Nope.
And it was no fault to her. It was the drugs. It wasn't her as the person. It was the drugs that had taken, like, over her life. So, but it worked out. Like, Nick had rules. We had rules. We got you in therapy. So she got with therapy through, was it through the CPS? Like, CPS and all that. Like, she got drug tested.
Religiously. I became a pro at Peanut Cup, though. But yeah, I got drug tested at least 3 times a week. But I was on the call-in list, so I had to call every single day within their time frame to see if I had to get tested. So I had those tests, but along with that, then I also had meetings with CPS. I think it was 2 times a week, and she would drug test me every time. But it was, I had to have so many weeks of consistency with that before I could actually be able to even see the kids at that point. Because at that point, there was no I wasn't even allowed to talk to them on the phone. So that alone, once you're getting sober and you're not able to have access to your kids or anything, that was really hard. But yeah, it definitely gave me goals, and I think that made a huge difference, because I had so many rules. I was also in a spa too, which definitely made a huge helped a lot.
She had a whole lake. She had a tanning room. She had a hot tub.
Yep.
workout.
And I would get free facials. My lashes were done. And I ate really good. I had breakfast in bed. It was great. So, it was
our goal was to make you healthy.
Right.
Like, my thing was, like, we need to make, like, she's got to get healthier. She's got to, like, she needs to, like, repair her body because God knows
And
what
your
she
mind.
did to it. And, you know, and I just wanted her to feel safe because I think for, like, in your household that you were in, it wasn't safe. You were living on the streets. You were living in the back of a freaking car, behind a gas station. Like, you were
I
everywhere.
wasn't living behind the gas station. I definitely was not in a safe home.
You were in a drug house. You were in a drug house.
Yeah.
Which might as well be in behind the damn gas station.
Well, I was gonna say it was probably cleaner.
So
I have no idea.
Yeah. So I just wanted her to be safe, like, and feel like no one could touch her because her, like,
No one
one of
could.
your
You had her out in
biggest
the middle of
things
nowhere.
is at that point he was kind of still out. I don't remember, like.
So, well, yes.
Yes, because he was still out.
Yeah, and
He got in trouble, and he got in trouble. He actually went to prison.
Mm-hmm.
Is he
but
still there?
He's now out.
Yeah.
But he was out. But we knew he was not going to show up at our house.
Yeah.
So that was my thing, is I wanted her to be safe.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew, I knew if she left that I'd never get her back there.
Yeah.
So I was like, you can't leave. Like, you're stuck here. So she, like, if she was going to walk, she was going to walk really,
long time.
really long.
And they would find you before you got anywhere.
Yes. So, and I mean, that is something that I did a lot, is I would go and walk, but I definitely didn't want to walk that fucking far. Like, being in addiction, I mean, I probably walked, at one point, I walked from, like, where my house is now, out further than that, into town, which is like 20 miles. Can we be real? Like, I walked it.
Yeah.
I would never do that now. No. But even being out there at your house, like, I wouldn't, there's no way. I was like, And it was hot.
Yeah.
I don't do, no. So I was stuck. I did go get lost in the woods a lot, but it was more for, like,
Clarity, peace.
yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think but that was towards, after I'd been there for
And they
probably
trusted
like
you to let them.
2.5 months.
Yeah.
And then I was able to go for walks without somebody, like, hovering over me. Where are you going? What are you doing? What are you taking with you? Or just
She
go.
became a TikTok pro during this time. Like, she mastered her TikToks.
Oh, absolutely. Like 10, 15 times a day. Like, here's my TikTok. So, but I didn't have anything else to do.
Yeah.
You can only do so much.
I'm a little TikTok challenged.
I love my TikToks.
So, yeah. So it was good.
Yeah.
It worked out.
It definitely saved me, because I would be dead. So.
So obviously, your whole family didn't give up because your parents took your kids to keep them safe while you were going through and doing your, and Fawn and your brother put forth the effort. If you could, like, in a nutshell, or maybe you have individual things that you would want to say, but what the people that didn't give up on you, what would you say to them now?
I think I've said them all. I think. 'Cause, there's probably one I haven't said anything to, but we won't go there with that one. Yeah, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. So.
Well, I wasn't going to let anything happen to you.
I know. Good thing you're stubborn. 'Cause
And obviously more stubborn than you, and if need be.
in that instinct, I'll give her that one. She
I
held
She
my
held,
own.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I held my own.
yeah,
She usually does.
The
Yes.
stakes were high.
yeah.
The stakes were real high for me. Not just like for me because you're my sister, but like I don't think that I couldn't have lived the rest of my life looking at your two boys and say, yeah, just let your mom walk out the door. Like for me, that was like the driving force behind it.
Agreed.
And in every situation, like I was always in the back of my mind, like I'm doing this for those kids, not necessarily for her. I mean, there was a stake for her, but mainly for her children,
And your parents.
and my parents, because I just never wanted my parents to like lose their child over it.
Yeah.
And we, I think some of it stems from like we grew up weird. Well, me and my brother, not weird and like it was crazy.
No offense.
No, but like Chelsea's the youngest, so Chelsea's literally 18 years younger than me, 17.
You
years
had
younger than me.
your family dynamic is
Yeah.
a little different than
Yeah.
most.
Yeah.
So she's 17 years younger. She's 13 years younger than my brother. So Chelsea honestly grew up like she was like the only child.
I was, because I
Like-
had both of your bedrooms. Like, they tore down that wall,
Yeah.
and I had both of their bedrooms.
Like I was
like
out of the
spoiled.
house. Christopher was in high school, so it was one of those things where she was kind of like the only child. So what rules we had, Chelsea didn't have those rules.
No.
Like, and my parents were much older, so I think they just like
You do. It does change.
yeah.
Like
And-
when you have kids.
Yeah. So, and I feel like mom holds a lot of like guilt, and yours and mom's relationship was very like, I can't even describe your guys' relationship. Like it was very toxic relationship. Not in terms of like, it's not that you didn't love each other. It's just that I think both of you do not know how to communicate. I think you're getting better now. Probably
We're probably better now than we ever were. Ever. Even
when you were
even
growing
before.
up. Yeah.
Mom's a bit of a control freak, okay?
You like
I
how
wouldn't
she
say
looked at
anything
you?
on here that I haven't said to her face. So. She's a bit of a control freak. And I was a young mom, and when I had Preston, like we lived with her. So she
didn't know how to be in grandma mode.
She didn't. It's not that she had two parents. She didn't have to raise my kids when they were little or anything like that. But she was always there. She always had something to say, regardless of if you want her to or not. It's just how it is.
We love you, but you
And she parents a certain way. I do not. And I think our relationship got worse the older my kids got, even before any of that. And my life was consumed by my kids, so I literally did everything in my power for my kids for the longest time. And she was a little critiquey.
she had an opinion.
She always has an opinion. Now, and a lot of them I don't agree with, because the difference in parenting.
Yeah.
I see where yours went, and I feel those, so I don't want to do those.
We didn't have but we didn't have a bad childhood.
We didn't have a bad childhood.
No.
At all. And I probably had a better childhood than you did,
You
because
absolutely
I was the only one.
100% did.
I was the only one. I was a fucking brat. I was a fucking brat.
She didn't have to work. She didn't have to go to school.
I did work at 16. I went to work.
You barely worked. You didn't have to. You played by no rules. You played by no rules.
I didn't have rules.
Didn't want
I
to go
will
to
say
school.
that. I did not have rules. I did do whatever the fuck
whatever
I
you wanted.
Yeah.
And there were several times where like you would be over and you'd be screaming at Dad, like, aren't you going to say something to her? And he'd just giggle and be like, it's just Cheslea, just leave her alone.
Yeah.
Like,
well, and
so,
it does happen even without it does happen when you have, because like there's 11 years difference between my first and my second.
Okay.
So, and
Mine are
then
just 5 and
there's
totally
14 years difference, 14 years
Mhm.
difference between my first and my third.
Mm-hmm.
So even parenting them, because I remember my oldest saying, you wouldn't let me get by with that. I'd be
didn't
on the
get away.
floor.
Preston's starting to say those things now.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
Yeah, now you know how it feels. Because I was like, I didn't get away with anything.
Yeah.
mhm.
And I was the oldest, and I didn't get away with anything. Christopher got away with some things, but then I covered up shit for Christopher.
Mhm.
But then when you came along, little Miss Princess here got to do like
Whatever she
wanted.
Uh-huh.
And
the
I
oldest
used,
always paves the way.
and I used
Yeah.
to tell my parents, I'm like, this is why. This is why we are here. Like, this is why we are here. There were no consequences for any of her actions. So therefore, it was just like, I'll just do what I want.
Well, it's not. They did try. I mean,
They tried, but they did not.
they put in some effort.
Okay.
But I just,
But you do. You get your.
She was very strong-willed.
Very.
So, very strong-willed.
it's okay because I am getting my payback. My oldest is very strong-willed too. Very. So, I see it. It's okay. But I think that mine and Mom's relationship, back to that.
Mm-hmm.
Going through all of that, we definitely butted heads so much. And then the one thing I had always held on to was she will never get to raise my children. And then addiction happened, and I gave them to her. I'm like, here, now you. It was like a power struggle between both of us. So, and I there were so many times like I cried about it. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It's
No, you're
okay.
I hate getting emotional. But I would, because I'm like, the one thing that I had that I didn't have to give her, I gave it.
Yeah.
So,
It's like you delinquished your power, and now she can hold it against you.
yeah. Sorry, Mom. But I think now we're, what, 3 years in?
Yeah.
She's relaxed and knows that I can do it. To where we can work more as partners instead of
Against each other.
a tug of war.
Yeah.
So,
And I think
and I love that.
her end, it was fear.
Yeah.
Like, it was fear that you were gonna like relapse. It was fear
Mhm.
that if you took on too much, that you were gonna crumble. And it
Yeah.
it was her like anger. It wasn't really anger. It was more fear. And I think you
Yeah.
can see that now looking back,
Mm-hmm.
where all of the stuff that she did was from fear.
Yeah.
It wasn't that she was mad at you or disliked you or didn't think that you couldn't parent or shouldn't be the parent. It was more of like,
It was her way of still trying to protect me.
Protecting.
yes.
And the boys.
And the
yes. And not that, I think we all, and especially our family, we like spew words out of our mouth
Mhm.
before thinking. And especially you and Mom are very much like, you use words to like cut
Oh, yeah.
to the core of someone.
Mhm.
So I think you guys did that to each other. It was like a defense mechanism for both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I can see, like, looking now, like, I can see that you guys are much better.
Mhm.
It probably does help that you don't live in the home anymore. You have your own house.
Yes.
You and your kids and Cody have your own, like, space. So I
Mhm.
feel like that has probably helped
Mhm.
tremendously.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Without Mom and Dad, I don't think, like, you have to have them in your life. Like,
Mhm.
you still couldn't do the things that you're doing now without
Oh,
Mom and
absolutely.
Dad.
I mean, for me to work the hours that I work and focus on work. They help with football. My dad does after school. Like he makes sure he's there for when they get off the bus, and he does homework with them. Like mom, the majority of the nights when they're my late nights, she feeds them dinner. Like they help me so much when it comes to them. Even doctor's appointments. Sometimes I can't take off work for doctors, and she will come in and do it. So I definitely think it helped us be more partners where we can.
You're working together instead of against each other.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Much stronger relationship.
Much stronger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see. Looking back now, what would you say to that person who has the drugs in their hand and it's going to use?
Like me, the first time, or just anyone?
Like if you
came across
if
somebody.
you came across somebody, a person you maybe you may know them, you may not know them, like, and they're like, and there's drugs are sitting in front of them and they're going to use, like, what would you say to them? Knowing what you know and knowing what like you went through and like where you are now, like what would your like advice be, or like how would you deter them from like going down that path?
I would definitely remind them not every day is this hard. Being 3 years clean, I still have bad days.
Yeah.
Even a week ago, we all have bad days. Big things happen where you just feel like you want to run. Mm-hmm. I've had enough. I would really think hard on all of the things you have to lose. I've built a pretty nice life in the past 3 years. Mm-hmm. So the other day when my van broke down, I'm on 70 and I'm pissed off because now I'm going to be late for work. I'm missing the day. I had things planned. Like, there was so much stress there, and I know, like, there were other things too, but I'm stranded here, so not only am I losing out on money, but now Cody has to come and get me, so he loses out on money, and it was a lot. It was overwhelming. So sitting there, like, we got the van back to the house, and I was just like, now all I want to do is get high because I'm just so pissed off.
Right.
And sometimes it just smacks you like that. Like, I can go months without even batting an eye, but when times get really hard and you're just over stressed, it's when you want to. So I called in.
To your sponsor?
No.
And to work?
So I don't have a sponsor. I just go with me, and having Cody that has, he's a recovery addict too. We both are very, very open with those conversations. Like, when one of us is having a bad day, that is my person. I'm able to.
So you do have a sponsor.
You do have a sponsor.
I do.
It's just not
partner.
the official
Yes.
title.
Yeah.
Yes. So when I have those moments, I'm like, hey, really bad fucking day over here.
Right. Right.
And, we just sit and we have those conversations. Like, we have so much to lose at this point. It's not worth it.
Right.
And I know. So the conversation I had with myself at that point, I didn't have the drugs in front of me, and at this point, I don't know who I would get them from, but I could find them if I really wanted to.
Right.
I had to go through all of the pros and cons. That's how my brain works. And I'm like, I have everything at this point that I've always wanted. Mm-hmm. I'm truly happy in my life. One fuck up could take all of it away from me.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And the
So
biggest,
that's your driving force.
That is my driving force. The biggest thing is I know that I could never look my kids in the face ever again if I were to choose to relapse. Because we're finally to the point where, you know, Preston has had so many trust issues, and they've both been drugged through it, but Preston was old enough to see it.
Mason was much younger and doesn't really realize what was happening. I'm sure he has some, but he couldn't process, like he didn't really understand what was going on.
No, he just knew, like, he went and stayed with Nanny and Papa for a while.
Yeah.
Like, that's the gist of it. But with Preston, like, he gets it, and he gets it in detail. And he also witnessed so much happen in that. So being able to see him so happy and content with our life, I don't want to rip that away, because I know it wouldn't just be like, oh, I'll just use one time and I'll be done. It will be all over again.
Yeah.
I won't come back. So that I would have that conversation. Like, you have to weigh it out.
You have to prioritize.
Sometimes it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
You know, but that day I had those feelings. I sat down and I went through all of my pros and cons. I'm like, yeah, it'll feel good for a minute, and I'll be able to calm down. But I'm going to lose all of this. So instead, that day, my van was broken down. I called into work. I let them know what was going on, and I just focused on home.
Yeah.
I got my extra chores that I needed to get done, and then I just spent time with my kids.
Yeah.
And
which puts it all in perspective.
It does, and it gives you a sense of pride afterwards when you've pushed through and you're like, bitch, I can do this. Okay. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I had a great day with my kids.
Yeah.
And I feel like that moment of I want to go get high, it's because I was overwhelmed. So I just needed a reset.
Yeah.
So finding those things that reset you emotionally makes a huge difference. Spending time with my kids resets.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Yeah.
But I don't think that I would know how to do those things had I not been taught how to find those things.
Because you did do therapy for a very long time.
And, you know, I went in depth.
Yeah.
It was a deep dive into therapy. So you learn all of your triggers, and they can be the stupidest things. I'm here to tell you. Literally. You look at me the wrong way, and I'm like, okay.
I mean, and we talked about triggers last week, too.
Yes.
It's like, even from my situation, like, I still have triggers. From my, physical abuse, mental abuse, I still have triggers. So I could only assume, people who have been addicted to things and went through trauma as well, and the trauma honestly led you to your addictions, more addictions.
Yes.
Not that you didn't have addictions before, but it led you into a deeper addiction.
Yeah.
So I can only assume that you're going to have.
Well, and I mean,
triggers.
even now, I still find there are still triggers that you didn't realize were triggers, and I think that comes from all of those things. You know, that you don't realize, or you kind of suppress them and you don't think about them until you hear the way somebody talks, and it's just it's worded perfect, and then all of that comes flooding back into your face.
Yeah.
Learning how to cope when that happens is a huge reason why I'm still sober today.
Yeah.
Because it can be the dumbest things that were said to you, and it sends all the flashbacks.
Oh yeah.
Where you're right there in that moment all over again. And I think, having people having healthy-minded people in your life makes a huge difference too. To where when you have crazy moments, they can handle your crazy calmer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You need the balance.
Yes.
Where I feel like in your aspect, even though like, you know, you and Cody went through a lot of it together, he was there for like the lowest of lows. But he somewhere in between there, he became your steady. Even though he wasn't steady.
Yeah.
Because God knows, Cody, I gave you a really hard time. Like I wanted you to be gone. But I appreciate that he was there. Like, even though some of the reasons you were the lowest of low was because he was.
Well, he was at his lowest too,
lowest
so
of
it was
lows,
like,
so you were
okay,
fed off
we're
of each
bonded
other.
here.
Yeah.
Let's
just keep down this bonding deep
Yeah.
dive path. So I applaud you both for like coming out of it. I think you both had your different journeys of like coming out of it, but you never know where like you're gonna find your person.
Yeah.
And I used to say to you, 2 addicts can't be together.
all the time.
I was like,
and I'm like, watch. Watch.
I was like, 2 addicts cannot healthily
because that's what
be
they
together.
tell you.
That
But
is
they
exactly
do
what
tell
they
you
tell
that.
you.
Like,
They do tell you that you can't.
In rehab or anything, any programs, they will tell you don't date for the first year, maybe 2, don't date. That's cool, but we were looking at it like the only reason we got fucking sober in the first place is because both of us were to that point, you know? We had you come in, but I wouldn't have gotten sober if it wasn't for you and Cody. And I don't think Cody would have gotten sober unless it was watching everything happen and pushing me to do it.
yeah.
It wouldn't have happened that way.
Yeah. And I think Cody didn't have as much support either.
Right.
Cody was kind of forced to do his rehab.
Yeah.
Like in terms of by the law. So he was forced to do that. But he pushed through it. He did the stuff that he needed to do. Where you had a little extra support where I feel like you could give him the extra support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you could use what you learned to help him further.
Yeah. I mean, so with him, like they would have forced me to do rehab and all that stuff too. I just started first, before it got to that point. But yeah, because he went to Tennessee, I had found that rehab. When I was in rehab, I found that rehab for him, so that way he could go. He went down there, and when he came home, it was awesome because we were both able to sit down and go through all of those things together.
And have real conversations.
Yeah, and I think that helps us now too because you
use those tools.
We use them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we use all of those tools in our everyday, and you don't realize how much that changes your life. Like, not only your relationship, we are able to communicate. I'm still a little rocky when it comes to communication. I'm not gonna lie. But that man is in your face like, you want to talk about it? You want to talk? No, I don't want to fucking talk about it. I'm going to continue to ask you until you want to talk about it. Yeah. Which I need.
Yeah.
Is our family, we're not good communicators.
No, we're not.
So he does a very good job of, even when I don't say anything, it's like,
He
okay,
knows.
here,
Yeah.
let me just say the things for you, and you just, and I'm like, yeah,
And you just
yeah,
nod.
that's the problem. And
Yeah.
he's like, I know, so so let's find those solutions. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
let's do this. So it makes a difference.
Well, I'm very proud of you guys. Like, I questioned him a lot, and
You did.
I put
And you
him
pushed.
through the ringer
Yep.
because I was like, I'm not gonna have another one. Like, I'm pretty sure I told him, like, I will bury you. Like, no one will find you, no one will miss you. You will have went on a trip, and no one will know where you are. And he believed me. Like, he believed me, which I still will if you fuck it up. Because I was just like, I can't watch this again. I cannot watch this train wreck.
It is.
Happen
Watching someone in
again.
addiction is
Yeah.
one of the worst things ever because you can't do anything.
No.
You can lay down all the laws you want to,
Yeah.
and they're like, pfft.
Well, and I felt helpless, and I
You
felt
are.
like I was like, I don't know why you can't see this. Like, this is like, it is black and white to me, and you are just not, like, you are not hearing what I am putting down, and you are just off your fucking rocker if you think that. And she would call me stupid, that I was a bitch, I hated her, I was taking her kids away from her, like all of those things. And
it wasn't you.
no,
it was
and I know that, and it was. But at the time, I just remember being like stone cold. Like, I felt like I was the most cold-hearted bitch on the face of the earth. But then I would go and leave and cry because I was like, and thank God for Nick too, because he was my rock, and he was like, I told you this was a bad idea, like this. And then I'm like, she's not listening to me. And so he would go in and he would be like, Chelsea,
come on,
you know. So I think it was all like, we all needed to go through it. Like, not that I would wish anybody to like go through what like you went through, but I think in the end, I think it made you a much stronger person, because even as a kid growing up, you acted tough.
Yeah, I was the biggest teddy bear.
Like,
I would just go and cry by myself, but I'm going to beat the fuck out of you first.
Yeah.
Is what would happen.
Like, she was, like, she acted like nothing mattered. Like, she didn't care. But, to be honest...
That's a defense mechanism.
She has the biggest heart.
Yeah.
And she literally, like, carries her emotions, like, not on her shoulder, but literally right on her chest. So, therefore, like, her defense mechanism was like she would just scream and yell and like call you bad names, or like one time she about broke my neck, and like not really, but she thought she did, and she was very scared.
I was afraid to let go. I just had a baby too. I just brought the baby home.
Yeah, so
and I was telling on her, and she was like, "Don't tell on me," and she put me in a headlock and like jokingly, but my neck went like. And I was like, I think you just fucking broke my neck.
Yeah.
And she was like, do I let go?
I like, we're in the middle of the yard. She was telling on me because I just had a baby. We bring him home, and I smoked the cigarette. As soon as I got home, she's like, ooh, and I threw the cigarette in the yard, and she's like, ooh, I'm telling Dad. I was like, what'd you fucking tell on me? And then I broke her neck. So, so we're standing in the middle of the yard, and I literally have her like this, and I was like, are you going to fall if I let go? Like, I didn't know what
Am I the only thing that's keeping you alive right now?
Right, I'm like, do I let go in your head? What is happening?
Is it going to roll?
Yeah. So
like
we had that relationship. So, but for me, I knew, like, deep down, like, I was like, and I would always say, I know you have feelings. Like, I know you have feelings.
It would just piss me off.
And she would be like, no, I don't. I'm like, yes, you do. I'm like, I was like, just wait, I'll find them. She'd be like, you're such a bitch. I'm like, yeah,
You did.
I know I am.
Right?
Yeah. All right, last question. And then we'll chit chat a little bit about like what's going on in your life now. And I think you've touched a little bit about this, but how do you stay sober today, tomorrow, and like beyond? Like, if you were to like look at your like life then and now, like obviously sobriety is like, it's a battle every day. Like, you have admitted that, and everyone admits like like being sober is something that you deal with every day. But like, how for you on a day-to-day basis, not just when like stress is overwhelming and things like that, but how on a day-to-day basis do you like go from then until like now?
I mean, I am definitely, something I learned in rehab and all of that and therapy is setting personal goals. I am not there are some people out there that count days. I don't count days. I did, like my first year.
Yeah.
I had the app, and I would count, and I'd be like, look how far I am, look how many days this is, you know? And I was pretty motivated by that. But, when I at first getting sober, that's really all I had. And I had the goals of, you know, I have this long until I'm going to get my kids back, so, like, we're going to make it, you know? And then I would set a new goal. So I think that has became, like, my practice.
Yeah.
Subconsciously, I think more than what it used to be. But I set a lot of personal goals at work, and I think that's what helps me. You know, with my job, I've hit bumps in the road with my sobriety and work. So setting those and making sure, like, okay, I want to move up. This is where I want to be. I want to make this so much money, you know. And then at home, setting those goals of where I want our life to be in those 5 years, 10 years, or whatever. And then actually coming up with a plan. For whatever reason, it makes my ADHD brain really happy to come up with the plan.
Yeah.
Because that's something that I've always struggled with. Like, I've always been able to come up with a goal, but reaching the goal was my issue.
Like the execution in between.
Yeah, I didn't know how to do it, or, you know, how to plan it out. So, being in therapy and learning how to break it down and set those goals has really it kind of distracts my brain, where I don't focus so much on my sobriety days. I put it more towards my everyday life. Like, I don't want to struggle my whole life.
Right.
I don't want my kids to have to live through the struggle anymore. Yeah. So setting those long-term goals, I feel like, has really, really made the difference. And sometimes even throughout the day, you can have moments where it's minute by minute,
right,
second by second, or breath by breath. There's literally those moments where you have to set those tiny goals too, especially starting out.
Yeah. I mean, even for me, like, I'm not, like, recovering addict or anything, but, like, even, like, mentally, like, I struggle with, like, depression. So, like, I still have, like, and I know you do too, like, you still have to, like, some days are minute by minute. Like, so for me, I know, like, for you, it's, like, it seems that it would be even more harder, more difficult to, like, go through your, like, daily routines in terms of, like, because of just life in general. Like, life in general is stressful. Like, being an adult is stressful. Me and Amy say all the time, like, I don't want an adult today. Like,
agreed. I say I don't have the spoons. No more spoons.
You know, yeah. Like,
legit, no more spoons.
You know, I totally get it. I think what I have learned through all of this is grace. Like, giving someone grace and loving them in the space that they're in. Like, that's what you have taught me. I will tell you that. Is, like, before I would be like, I think looking back at it, like, prior to you going through the situation, I would have probably just been like,
done.
Like, I'm cutting you off. Like, I can't do this. Like, no. But, like, the human side of me was like, I have to love her wherever she's at. Wherever, if it's in the pits of the depths of hell, like, I have to go down there with her and love her and bring you back. And I feel like in every stage of anyone's life, I think you have to love them where they're at. Like, I would always say, I love you, I just don't like what you're doing.
I say that.
Yeah. I love you, and I'll always love you, but it's not acceptable for me. I don't agree with your life, or I don't agree with your lifestyle or what you're doing. And I think I've carried that on to, like, other people, like, in other situations where, so I think for you did teach me things, like, because I was a cutter offer, and you know that, like, if I didn't, like, I can cut
There's
people.
that running thing again.
Yeah.
Right?
We run.
It's a pattern, you know.
It's a pattern. Like, I probably could have been the runaway bride. Like, but I think you taught me how to, like, love someone individually.
Unconditionally.
And unconditionally, where I think a lot of our, like, especially a lot of my life was conditioned, and I know a lot of your life was conditioned love. If you do this, it means that you love me. If we do this, it means you love me even more. Yours was like, if you do these drugs with me, it shows me that you love me. We're in it together.
Well, and I mean, so with that comment, yes. Reason being is, I've told you that story on how it started.
Yeah.
Like, when I found him doing, you know, he was rolling a bowl, my internal panic was, oh my God, here we are again, because, you know, I had been the spouse of an addict. I had never been the addict.
Yeah.
At least not in my head.
Right.
So I was like, I don't want to go down this road again. So the one thing that he had always said was, I'll never let you do it, because I love you too much. I will never let you do it.
Right.
So seeing this happen, you know, we got married. It was like we're doing things. Like, we're finally doing things, and now this is happening.
Yeah.
So we're in the bathroom, and I just sat down in front of him. I'm like, oh, okay. So if this had, you know, after I screamed, I cried, and I was in his face, and he's literally still just sitting there rolling a bowl, looking at me, like it was nothing. I'm like, oh, okay. I sat down, and I'm like, okay. Well, if you're gonna do it, show me how to do it, because, you know,
This
like,
is where
if
we're
this
at.
is where we're at, I'm gonna do it with you. And so yeah, I was trying to prove, like, I love you enough to either do this with you or stop you from doing it.
Right.
And the stopping wasn't working, so you just joined.
Well, I was trying to call his bluff. It was really what was
Did it
happening.
work?
It didn't work for me. He called my bluff. So yeah, definitely trying to prove love or feel love.
Yeah.
In that way, yeah.
Yeah. But I think now, like, your life is fabulous.
Oh, absolutely.
Your kids, those boys, are just wonderful. So you have a really good job that you love. You're thriving at it. And then you guys have your own house. You've built, like, from then until now, like, your life is 1,000% different.
Oh, absolutely.
Your relationships are different. So where do you go from here?
Only way is up.
Exactly.
Only way is up.
Yes.
I've accomplished the goals I set when I first got sober. I've accomplished them. So I've actually
Set new goals.
I've set all my new goals,
That's awesome.
and they're bigger. So I'm super excited because I have those goals that I should hit within the next 12 months, which are exciting. So then I've already planned. I've already planned the next one.
So when I do this, I'm going to do this.
Yes.
You know what? That's a great way to be in any stage of life, even if you're not an addict. But if that's what keeps you fueled, and all the tools that you're talking about, you're going to be great during menopause.
Thank God.
Yeah. I mean, really, I'm sitting here thinking, listen to her. And
I'm
was
like, maybe she should set my goals because
Well, that's what I've convinced myself that I'm ADD.
Oh, girl, I know.
I am diagnosed. Diagnosed.
Well, I'm self-diagnosed, so there's no hyper with me, though. I'm just like, bleh.
So it's funny because, like, when I do you remember when I first went and we were trying to, I was like, I need something for my ADHD, which really at that point it was probably me just trying to
get something.
I'm like, I'll take Adderall, babe. I'll do almost the same thing, you know. Like, I was like, I'll do something. And of course the the psychiatrist I'm sitting in front of, I'm answering all of her questions, and I'm like, I know for a fact I'm answering them correctly.
To get me what I want.
Without being like, give me drugs. She was like, no, you are severely ADHD. She was like, might be on the spectrum. And I'm like, it tracks. It tracks. I'm like, yeah, I know. So help me. And she's like, but you're a recovering addict, and I don't prescribe anything to recovering addicts. And for recovering addicts out there, well, yeah, like, fuck, here we go. Now I really just have to do it. But at the same time, like, a lot of people start using and doing those things because we're trying to make our mind work.
Right.
So ADHD, fun fact, if a person who doesn't have ADHD takes Adderall or something like that, it gives you that high effect.
Right.
Right? But somebody who has ADHD and takes Adderall, it calms them down. It calms their mind where they can function. Meth does the same thing. To a point, if you overdo it, if you take too much, it's not gonna... it'll do what it's supposed to. But it does make your mind clearer. That is
For a short
probably...
period.
Yes. That is probably one of the things I miss about it.
It's like the clarity
It's
that you
the
get
clarity.
when you peak
At
that
the
high.
first,
Yeah.
yes. When you first start and you have that clarity, that is the part that I would chase.
Yeah.
Is because, I mean, sure, sitting here, you can tell, like, I have ADHD. I'm all over the place. When I was high, I could sit and have a conversation, and I could stay on topic, and it'd be full detail. So that's the frustrating part.
Yeah.
Especially about not being medicated for it, because that is what you crave. So,
Gotcha.
if you, most addicts, when you look at their history, they have ADHD. They are somewhere there is those issues, because we are taught we're supposed to think and do things a certain way. We don't match that.
Right.
So you find something to make it better.
Or and this sounds really funny, but I mean not funny, but you feel normal.
Yeah.
What would be
When I was
considered normal?
Yeah.
That stigma that they put of normal. What is normal? I mean, but you feel like
I would feel normal.
Yes.
When I was absolutely.
Yeah, and that's what I've
what I
heard is
crave.
that it does make you feel normal.
Yeah.
Like a normal person.
Mm-hmm.
Or what you think should be. I don't think any of us are normal.
Girl,
But-
I ain't normal.
No.
But no, they say that it does make you feel.
But it does, and after a while, those effects go away. But it does, and that is the hardest part, is because, and I think most addicts can tell you the same thing, is that they're constantly chasing that part of it, because it's trying to make them better and feel more comfortable.
Right. In
being
their own
you.
skin. Yeah.
Being you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same way with alcohol. You can be a nervous person, and then you take a few shots. You're like, oh,
Right.
all it does is amplify those parts of you without the self-conscious part. So yeah.
Makes sense. Well, I'm so happy that you came and talked to us and told your story.
Me too.
And I know it's going to help people.
It's very inspiring.
Yes.
Thank you.
And I'm so proud of you. I know I try to tell you that a lot of times. And
You tell me that all the time.
I do. I try
All the time.
because I don't want you to forget. And not that you would forget, but I always want to be
I see
positive.
you. I want you to know I see you.
Yeah.
I see you doing good things.
Yep.
And not that we don't talk every day, but I try to make contact or send you a text or whatever. You have a busy life. I have a busy life. So and you live so far away now.
I know.
She doesn't really live that far away, but you live
It
so
feels
far
like
away.
Well, the way I was trying to get here, I'd have been here 30 minutes earlier, but they closed my road.
Yeah.
So I'm just then I had to go all the way back. I even passed my house again. to come back, and that says a lot.
Right, that you actually didn't stop and
Yeah.
say, forget it, I'm not coming.
She tried. I
did.
didn't let it happen.
This morning I did.
And I knew. I was like, no, you're nervous.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like,
And you can do this.
mm-hmm.
And it's going to help so many
Doesn't
people.
it help you too to be able to tell your story and to be able to actually say it and not feel the guilt
Oh, yeah.
or the shame that people put on you
Mm-hmm.
for that? I mean, it's your
So many
story.
people have a stigma to it.
They
like,
do.
Oh, you're an addict. Well, I'm a human, and there were reasonings behind this, and I think there are all different kinds of addicts. Like
Right.
Some people are emotional addicts. Some people are controlling addicts. Some people have to control each part of their life,
Mhm.
or else they go off the deep end. So I feel like there's different levels of addicts. I feel like I'm a little bit of a control addict. Like I like to have
I
control.
know I am.
Like
I'm medicated for that though. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, I like things in my life to be a certain way, and if they get out of whack, then I spiral, and you know that. So
She drops off the grid.
I do.
Well, I think that happens to a lot of us, especially, I mean, I'm a bit of a control freak too.
Mhm.
A little bit more than what I would like to be. So yeah, learning, that's a whole thing
Yeah.
on learning how to let go of so much of the control.
Mm-hmm.
And that's stuff that we learn. You have this circle of all of the things that you actually can control,
Mm-hmm.
that you have your hands on, that you can change.
Yeah.
And then everything out of that, you just have to take a moment and breathe. And that's
Right.
where you use your tools to kind of cope with it. So yeah,
I think that
that was a
and
hard one.
My grandma has this, and I have it on a plate that was in her kitchen that hangs in my kitchen. Is the Serenity Prayer,
Mm-hmm.
and I know that they bring that up a lot in therapy.
Yep.
And I love it. I mean,
Yeah.
the things you can't change everything. You've got to realize that is that you can't. And I think maybe that's part of like an addict too, is because you can't and you want to.
Right.
So that's one thing you can control.
Yep.
And so you use that tool.
Yep.
And it's actually using against you, but you think it's helping you.
Right. Because getting high is, I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
And then it,
Well, and you're
Yeah,
controlling it.
exactly.
Yeah. Even though you're losing control, but in
But
the
you
moment,
feel like
Yeah,
you're
I feel like you're
controlling it.
controlling
Yeah.
it, and actually it's
Mhm.
controlling
Yeah.
you.
Absolutely.
I mean, and I think
There's people out there that say, I can stop whenever I want to.
no, you
No, you
can't.
can't.
Because you told me
No, you
that.
fucking can't.
She was like, I can stop whenever I want to. And I'm
I
like,
just don't want to.
And I was like, no, you can't.
Yeah, no.
You cannot. I'm like, you're lying to yourself and you're lying to me. And I just think that, like, people have to give people grace.
Mhm.
And, like, for me, I never wanted
I don't have that fly
I
grace
know.
anymore, though.
I never wanted, like, going through it with you, like, I never wanted it to be something that, like, that was held over your head. Like,
Mhm.
that's where I feel like, and some people, obviously, some people are always going to.
Yeah.
They're never going to look past,
They label
like,
you.
the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Or for some reason or another, they can't forgive, which really is not their place to, like, hold it against you or not hold it against you.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, letting you live the life that you were intended to live, and maybe you had to go through some hard shit to get where you were and to appreciate where
What
you
I have.
what you
Yeah.
have.
I definitely agree with that. I don't think I would have learned those life lessons
Mm-hmm.
any other way.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It is definitely, I mean, going through all of that it made my communication with my kids different. It made me parent different. You look at things just from a different point of view
Mm-hmm.
than what I used to.
Yeah.
I wouldn't wish that on anyone to go through, but I definitely, for me, I am happy that I went through it.
But you're much stronger.
it has changed. It changed who I am. I am not the same person that I was back then. I'm not nowhere close to that person.
Yeah.
And I think I did keep all of the good aspects of her, but it definitely it put my life in the right direction, because I don't think I would ever be where I'm at now had I not had to go through all of those things. My life would be very, very different.
Yeah, it kind of forced you to reality check yourself.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for a long time, I lived in a fantasy bubble, because if I played it like it was, if I played my life out, on Facebook or in front of people, like my life was perfect. I'm happy. Everything's great. Like, look at me. When in reality, I was crumbling as a person. And now I walk in my truth.
Yeah.
And it makes a huge difference.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people can learn from that, because I think a lot of people...
And not just addicts.
No. But
I
think
anybody
that is not even an addict, like you said, like, a lot of people don't live in the truth.
No.
A lot of people live in their world, or what the, like, public thinks is their world. And I think, like, everyone struggles. Everyone has bad days.
Everyone does wrong.
Yeah. We're human people.
Yes.
Like...
And we talked about, my childhood. I never had to answer for any of the shit I did.
She did something wrong, and she was like, "It's fine. It's just Chelsea."
Right. It was just like, okay,
it's just
it is what it is.
Chelsea, and I'd be like, "Fuck that! Like, someone needs to whip her ass," and they would be like, "No,
no, she's fine. She's fine. She was definitely not fine. She needed her ass beat." But, I lost my train of thought. Oh.
It's okay.
Going through all of that, really, it made me have to face just, like, who I am.
Yeah.
And sitting in those classes and I listened to everybody else's story, but never failed. You're going to go around the room and everybody has to fucking say their piece. I have never had to face up to the choices that I made. I've never had to directly...
Accountability.
I never had to. And then, getting a child. No. And then, for once, having to... I went to jail. I had to go to court. Being in the courtroom and having to face the fact that, like, yes, yeah, I fucking did this shit. Yep. Having to take accountability for it, and then having to say it out loud that I did these things.
There's no more running from it.
There's no more running. So...
And no one to get you out of it.
No. Just me.
Yeah.
Just fucking me. So, I wouldn't be as strong as I am in myself if I didn't have to go through and do those things. Even my first meeting where I had to sit in a room full of strangers, which I'm not a person who talks in front of anyone. So sitting with this thing makes me a nervous wreck.
She's doing so well.
She is doing well.
I ramble a little bit, but it makes me a nervous wreck. So being face to face with a bunch of people, having to say, here's my story, this is what I did, and this is why I'm here.
Yeah.
Taught me really to own who you are, and I mean, you're either gonna grow from it, or you're gonna go back and do the same stupid shit and learn the lesson all over again. What we used to say, how many times are we gonna go around the mountain?
We went around the mountain a lot.
We went around the mountain a lot.
The same road.
Right.
Led us back
over
to the same
and over.
thing. And our mom
still
used to say
saying the
that.
same damn rocks.
And Mom used to say that. She would be like, how many times were you going to go around the mountain?
Yeah.
I'd be like, I don't know. I don't even know what road I'm on the mountain.
I thought I was on a different one. No, bitch, it's the same fucking path.
Wait,
We're
there's
still
a mountain?
going the same way.
Oh, yeah. She'd be like, you're just going around the mountain. We're like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like, and I went around the mountain. Like, I've made some really bad choices.
Yeah,
So
I think we all have in life.
and you're like, I gotta get off. Like, I would be like, Fawn, you gotta get off this train. Like, the train is going nowhere.
Uh-huh.
Like, this is going to end badly. And
Eventually the tracks end.
Yeah.
Somewhere. Yeah.
it probably into a brick wall, which is like normally what happens.
I like the movies where it's broken in the middle. And
Right.
right down the ravine. That's
what I usually say. That there's light at the end of the tunnel, and this time it's not a train.
Right.
Coming directly at me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, mine right now is menopause, so I'm on the menopause train, and I hate it. And I feel like I'm just like inching up the mountain. Like it's just like there is a little mouse in there. It's not even a like squirrel. It's like literally a mouse that has like the little legs, and she's just like. And the bitch does not want to. She doesn't go any faster. She doesn't go any slower.
She derails a lot.
Yeah,
she derails a lot.
Derails a lot. So like that's my struggle right now. And Amy is in the struggle with me because she's my best friend, so she has to go through.
Well, and I'm a little bit further ahead.
She already been through this part.
Well, yeah, like she's like trailing just right behind me. So the other day, we were at the gym, and she said my hips, and I was like, menopause. they feel like they're gonna fall out of socket. She was like, yep, and I'm like, menopause.
Oh God.
Oh, they do.
Oh
I don't want it.
Just be prepared.
I don't want it.
Everything happens badly after 40 to your body.
Great.
Yeah.
You have a while though.
Yeah, she's 32.
Yeah.
Well, and but I also have done a lot of things.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
your body's gonna hate you.
Yes.
Your organs are already going. I'm done. Yeah.
Well, and that's one thing about you. when you do dope, you don't get sick. Like, we used to joke around about COVID, like, we ain't getting COVID, like, we take all the Sudafed we need, you know? Like, we're not getting the cold, we're not getting sick, what's really happening is your body is sick, but you don't feel any of it. So, like, man, it hit me like a ton of bricks. It's not just that dope sick part of come down, it's when you get sober, you're like, God, my hips hurt, my legs hurt, my back hurts. Like,
yeah.
And it's really just like, my body's like, hey, bitch, you went too hard. You went too hard.
It's going to take a little time to come back.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Craziness.
It is.
Well, I mean, we're so happy you told your story.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you forever that I'm so proud of you.
And now I'm going to start telling you too.
Yeah. The journey that you went on, and like I'm so proud of like your kids, and like they're little angels.
Mm-hmm. No, they're not. They're boys. Let's be honest.
No, but they're
angels.
But I'm the aunt, so they're angels.
So they're angels.
Yeah, they're angels. Like all my nieces and nephews were
when he came in.
They're angels.
They're pretty cute. They know that they are. Is the issue.
Yeah. That little.
It's the face
grin.
Mm-hmm.
It's the boys. They're just boys melt.
Greg calls it a coon smile. Like they shot you that coon smile. Have you ever heard that?
Mm-hmm. I listened to Preston the other day. Smooth talk. If you want to see one smooth talk nanny, it's that one, because she was going off about something. I think it was the door. Like, you didn't close the door when you came inside fast enough or whatever. And he just, the softest, sweetest voice comes up and he puts his arm around her, because he's tall now, so he can put his arm around her. And he was just telling her, he's like, "Nanny, your hair looks so good today." And just smooth with the little face. I'm like, oh, you're an ass. Like, her voice, she calmed right down, and she was just like, I know what you're doing. He's like, yeah, but it's working. It's hilarious. I'm like, oh God.
Oh my goodness. Boys,
funny.
they have your little hearts. They have your little hearts.
Yes, they do.
Well, we're gonna wrap it up.
And if anybody, like we've said before, like
we're always here.
Always here. If you need help, Chelsea, we can link your number if anybody wants to reach out, and like if you need someone to talk to, or she has more resources than we do, and especially with addiction. But here in town, we have definitely a lot of resources. We know a lot of people, a lot of places that we can get in touch with you. So don't feel like you're alone. There are so many.
Stability First is a good one here in town.
Yes, Stability First, and now Stability has
they have
a men's house
too.
as well.
Yes,
So we're super excited about that.
That they've totally redone.
Yeah, it's a
It's
really
a really
nice
nice house. I would live in it.
I know. I went by there the other day. I was
I'm
like,
jealous,
that's
actually.
nice. But they have 10 beds, I think, in the women's, and then 10 beds, 7 or 10 beds in the men's.
I don't remember the number 8 coming to mind,
Okay, maybe
but
it's 8,
I don't know. I could find that out. I mean,
Yeah,
I have
but
clients
yes,
that are
reach out to
disability
us, and we will get you where you need to go. So,
or at least be an ear to talk to.
yeah,
I
we're
mean,
here. And
We don't always talk. We do listen sometimes.
yeah, we do. I had to think about that. Like, we do. Individually, we listen. Maybe if we're together, like, we may talk a lot to
We talk
you.
over each other.
Like, I used to talk to, like, at Chelsea, not to her. Like, I would talk at her, like, you're going to listen. Like,
Yeah.
shut up. Don't
Yeah, I think
speak.
that was maybe another lesson that you learned from me. It was like, stop talking.
Yeah. You listening
Listen
to
to
hear and versus
Not to
listening
respond.
to respond
Uh-huh.
are two totally
Totally
different things.
Yes.
Yes. But our life was always to respond.
Yeah.
I think that's how a lot of us were raised.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We always, and that's a difficult thing to
Mhm.
to listen to, train yourself
Yeah.
to not think about what you're going to say next,
Yep.
and just to be in the moment with that person and listen.
Yeah. So we are going to wrap it up. We thank
are.
you guys. Next week we will be back.
It's
Next
a surprise.
Week,
We're not
it's a
really
surprise.
sure. Yeah.
But also next week we have to talk about the Hunting Wives.
Oh, good Lord. Yes.
We have to talk about the Hunting Wives. Chelsea, you have to watch the
I will
show.
watch. I will be in the comments.
Like,
we do have to talk about it. Yes,
if you haven't watched it, watch it by yourself. There's like 8 episodes.
no kids around.
Please, no kids.
I don't even know that you didn't have your husband around. I didn't have my husband around. I don't think
It's not what you think it's going to be about. The
No.
Hunting Wives, I literally thought, okay,
It's like snaps.
this is
Mhm.
my life. Like,
right.
my husband is an avid
Oh.
hunter.
See, I wasn't
like-
even going there.
Like, he's an avid hunter. So maybe
So
this
you're
is
right.
about, like, people who, like, women who, like, their husbands go out.
Like another
hunting
reality
and,
show
Like, another
or
reality
something?
show.
Yeah.
Like, that's honestly what I thought it was about. It is not.
See, when I hear Hunting Wives, I think of like Snapped.
Oh,
Hunting
I
Wives.
didn't think about that
I
either.
didn't think about that. But she's more closer than I was. So, like...
Oh, okay. So now I'm excited.
Oh, but we
True.
love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chelsea, for coming on.
you.
I
Yes.
love you.
I
Love you, love you,
Thank
love
you for having me.
You are so welcome. All right, guys. Talk to you later.